the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Mostert.
A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Mostert. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Carrier
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. One more time with Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return.
So out come the Rams down for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Mostert. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Mostert, and this time he is in. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
12 yards. It's third down. That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's James. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The defensive player of the year a season ago, Aaron Donald, the one to stop him in his tracks.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be keyed in on him at this point. And they did a nice job stopping him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now Gold for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Stafford on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of
Give them 32 on the play.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down at Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And an incomplete pass.
Stafford's pass.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's James. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Richie James, 76 yards. And the 49ers
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the on. If you know, you know.
Gold to kick
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Complete.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Gay's kick is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25.
28. Rams 3.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Jackson now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
54 Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Mike's 54.
On first down, Stafford here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Big third quarter lead. I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Mike, check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Four down.
And he's going to go down again.
Taken down and sacked.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And their lead will swell up to 28.
The score, Niners 31, Rams 3.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Robbie Gould to kick.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Jackson now to return.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jackson on the return. The Rams take over first and 10. At their own 20.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards to pick up there.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Check, 59. Watch the run. Mike, check, 59.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods.
Stafford.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stafford.
A quick pass to Cup.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again at Stafford. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
To throw again. Stafford, open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he'll go down. Brought the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Got his target, Samuel. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They got a man. It's Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stafford looks to throw again. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd and short.
And 1 yard to go.
To the air again, Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense.
Now Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's 3rd down.
4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. One last throw here for Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.